Good morning, Internet, and welcome back to the Rosy Supernova. I was updating people's skills and saw something that explained something else. So before in Spaced Out, even with the deconstructible point of interest mod, you couldn't destroy this window. You know, these things, you can't get rid of them. But with point of interest, in fact, let's go to somewhere around here. This. So with point of interest, I can deconstruct this. Otherwise, you normally can't. But then I clicked on this window and it has demolish. And I was like, oh, but that's not part of the point of interest. They added a skill, and I don't remember seeing this in the notes. Third tier construction is now demolish. So third tier construction, you can now demolish gravitas buildings. So I don't know when exactly they added that. I obviously missed it completely. But yeah, it's nice that they now actually allow in-game destruction of some of the buildings. So let's give you an update. Research, we are almost done. I'm on my last bit of materials research. We've got another 90 to go. No, 110 to go. Which will be good. The ice around here has been melting. We've tapped all the metal volcanoes. The petroleum... Oh, hey, that just cycled. The petroleum boiler is doing its petroleum boiler thing. I'm slowly digging up the map to get all this gas out. Oh, that's another fun thing. Up here, I now have food poisoning in my carbon dioxide. This carbon dioxide vent has now had... No, it hasn't had all the germs. I haven't had radiation germs in here. But I've had zombie spores, slime lung, and now food poisoning. And I was trying to remember how I would get food poisoning. And it's this. As this outgasses, these actually give off food poisoning germs, and then this pump is picking it up. No big deal for my dupes. They're all in suits. And I've never seen anyone get germs from the soda fountain. So, I thought that was funny that I've had almost every germ in my carbon dioxide tank. Down here, I went and filled in the bottom to start dealing with the water. To deal with the water, I have this system set up. So everything falls into this pump. As soon as we're done with the save, it all flows over to here, where then sensors are getting rid of everything that I don't want. So the zero power automated sensor. Now I already sucked up most of the polluted water. I think I need to get rid of water now. So we'll change this from water to polluted water. And so now clean water will come through. All this is over here, so it all flows back across and helps sort it. And now to deal with the clean water, I'm going to hook it up to my oil well. I mean, it won't burn it off very fast, but I'm just trying to slowly get rid of one liquid at a time till I can get it all sorted out. So a bunch of this was polluted water. It went up into my polluted water tank, and now we'll do clean water. So just a lot of piping. The whole reason to have the vents over here is so it doesn't just keep cycling the same water. It has to flow all the way back across. As these weird little bits come in, I can come down in and mop them. I haven't seen any brine yet. So these sensors are whatever water, salt water, petroleum, and crude oil. Just so it dumps them right on the ground. Pretty useful little system for just starting to deal with the weird bits of whatever is down here. Yeah. And now star map. We've now seen all the planets. So this is the gassy planet with the chlorine vent. This is the niobium planet. The water planet has 2 polluted water vent, cool slush and polluted water. That's the ice planet, which is iron, and tungsten, which is hot polluted oxygen. An interesting thing happened Here, I'm going to pause it. So to come over here with the telescope, I went 1, 2, 3, which is, my small petroleum rocket has a range of 6. So 1, 2, 3, it came to here, did its telescope thing, 1, 2, 3, and landed. Except when it got to here, it said it didn't have enough range. So in some of the animations, the rocket appears in the middle of the planet, and sometimes it considers that a tile. So it thought that I was going to be out of range to get to here, so I redirected my rocket to here, and then I could land. So in case you run into that of your rocket saying it doesn't have range when you know that it does, that's why. Now looking at these planets, I should be able to get to this one with a small petroleum engine, because that's only 3, depending on that range issue. But these other 2 are 1 too far away. This one's close enough to here, but there's nothing on that planet. Same thing with that one. So to deal with that, pardon me while we scroll to the top, we have big tank. So for some reason I thought there was a small liquid fuel tank, and I think there was, and then they got rid of it because the small liquid fuel tank is now part of the small petroleum engine. But you can put a large liquid fuel tank on a rocket. So this gives me a range of 18. So yeah, this can go pretty much anywhere. The reason there's a battery on top is so I could get this system running. We can now do this. So I could get the gas pump running and everything else. I can't fit a gas tank in here as well, which is too bad. And I have to keep an eye on that because I have to set it to vacancy only as soon as they build it or they drop everything on the ground. No, shit. There we go. And this tank still isn't full. This was my telescope rocket. And then this one will go to the close by planet. Yeah, so very similar interior, only now I've got beds and tables using oxalite. Oh, I've got all the dupes are turned off. Oh, and I need the fridge. Like, I'll probably only send it out with 1 dupe until I need to do the, till I land the dupe to make the rocket platform. So yeah, this one, instead of having that external tank, which I can't fit on this rocket, I'm using a large gas pump, a regular filter, and then oxalite is my source of oxygen. And you, vacancy, there we go. Alright, stop delivering oxalite. You don't need to. Actually, we'll set that to sweep only, so that way they don't pick it up. Edible, barbecue, say 6. Oh, you were waiting for your suit to fill up. Leave empty. There we go. Now they'll deliver it when they come through. Wait for food delivery. Ooh, do we have this yet? Like, before it can launch, I definitely need the rover. And I tried using another rocket port without a gas tank and it still doesn't work. What rocket is this? Soul. Okay, someone's bringing food. We're getting there. Alright, we got that delivered. We got the nose cone put on. Pretty sure I have that. Oh, right, I need to filter that. There. Alright, so where do we want to go? I think I want to go to the tungsten planet first. Or do I want supercoolant? No, I want isoresin. Alright. Catalina, you are my best pilot. And we'll see if this is actually true about it having a range of 18. Catalina. There you are. Really is annoying that they have to run over that. They won't run across these ladders. Breathability. Oh, there you go. I'm like, why aren't you taking off? And even with, yeah, see how it came from the center to there? 1, 2, 3, 4. Interesting. So this one says it has a rocket speed of 0.5 tiles per cycle. The other rocket, which is a small petroleum engine, has a range of 1 tile per cycle. So I'm not entirely sure how that works. Which food you got? Yeah, you got 24 cycles worth of food. And that's all in a fridge. And you're just going to be bored. I wonder if I have to assign you. Yeah, that's assigned. No, it's not. Now it is. Yeah, and so a little bit of gas will appear down here, and then as soon as she goes out through the suit, that'll pump and it'll be fine. And now this rocket... Yeah, we're still building this one. So once this interior is built... Oh, see, I put that in the wrong place this time. You need to be up there. Since this one's going to have the large gas tank, I don't need the big pump. But I can put in the deodorizer and all that kind of good stuff. Alright, well, that's going to take a while to build. This one... Oh, yeah, this one has the telescopes, but I don't need the telescopes anymore because I've seen all the planets. There's nothing else to find. But I did put the orbital microlab back in this one, simply to not have that annoying message of missing lab or missing research station as I'm trying to finish off the research. So yeah, that is where we were at on that. So now that we are very much into the late game, you're just full, aren't you? Yeah. What if there's something else I can do? Nothing else I really want to do with that water. I just want to get rid of it. I think I'm going to feed it into... Yeah, let's do that. Let's feed that water into the oxygen system so I can burn it off. So to do that in an easy way. Piping is insane. I guess the easiest way is just reverse these. Yeah, and then I can disconnect from that, and then once I'm disconnected from this pump, it'll then go the other way. So if I just do this, yeah, so now it'll go past this bridge, force onto there, and then go up into the oxygen system. I just got to keep an eye on it once that tank is empty. This one get finished? Not yet. Yeah, and then that will prioritize up. And then as the oil well needs stuff, it should be able to back up into it. Alright, we have a plan. And you're going to take a long ass time. Gas pressure in here is finally coming down. In fact, I'll probably turn off this other pump. Yeah, so let's say if you are above 1,000. Not for power issues, but just for gas transmission. So many other gases get forced into there that you run into issues where it backs up. And the natural gas is coming out of the oil well into that. So by turning this pump off, it'll actually make the bottom pump run more, which is where I want the gas to go. Yeah, see, they deconstructed that anti-entropy nullifier. Well, if we're cleaning up water, we might as well come this way. Okay, so let's look at the gas overlay. Yeah, it's just a mess. I mean, that pump's going to take a long time to pump all this down, but all my dupes are in suits. This is the area I care about. The rest of it's fine. And we're down to the last 60. All right, let's let the dupe fly for a while, and we'll see what the planet looks like. I am somewhat worried about the rate of food decay in a fridge. Like, that's dropped 20%, and I'm only a third of the way there. I think they got the food decay set up too high if food's in a fridge. Like, I understand food decay being high if it's on the ground, but food in a fridge should not go off that fast. Especially if you're talking about trying to send dupes and rockets anywhere. But just waiting on them building this rocket, then we can get to working on sending it. Yeah. Things you learn. So these rocket ports are connected to both platforms. This one is feeding through that platform into there, because I've got this set to 5 tons, so it stopped delivering to this one. I was trying to figure out why this one wasn't getting any gas in it. Both of these were feeding this one. When I said this one was full, they are now both feeding that. I thought they had to be touched. I didn't realize that they worked down the line. Alright, that's something else to play with, whether or not 2 rockets next to each other. If the rocket platforms are touching, do they transmit through? Or do they have to be on either side like this? I don't know. But you should be... Oh, you don't have power yet because we're waiting on them to build the power up here. Where am I looking? Here. I actually do need the battery in here because I don't... The external battery is currently sitting on top of the rocket, which is no good. No, you are breathable gas, oxygen. Alright, and now we are getting air into the system. Perfect. So, just thought I'd bring it back, tell you that that's how that worked, and probably 5 tons is enough. I think that bed thing is still going on. I don't think Ellie got reassigned a bed after they came back from the telescope trip. I just found her sleeping in the dock. So I just assigned a cot and a table to her, see if that fixes it. So, yeah, the automatic reassigning a bed works when they're going into a rocket, but not when they're coming... Actually, you should just be awake. This isn't even your sleep time. I was just looking at the cycle time, like, she should be awake right now. Whatever. Just keep an eye on your dupes. Sometimes the game screws them up. The rocket is just about at its destination. I did put in another bank of solar over here. And so that just connects to another heavy wire. Yeah, standard stuff. 3 solar banks feed onto it, and then that's powering all my rocket stuff. And the saves are definitely taking a while. And then the giant battery over here is still doing awesome things. You should be, yeah, another 0.2 of a cycle. How's the food looking? Yeah, so that food's gonna go off just about the time I get back. Don't have bleach stone? No, you've got some in there. Okay. I guess I just didn't deliver enough. Whatever. You're just gonna turn and burn. I think the other rocket's just about ready, so we'll launch that one after I send this one back. And we got the nice animation, which keeps on going even when the game is paused. Oh! Son of a... I brought the wrong module. I'm an idiot. Okay, I am so focused on the Trailblazers, I forgot to bring the Rovers. Well, let's have a look at the planet. That is a tiny planet. I'm assuming that's the tree. I'm an idiot. Alright, let's send you home. Alright, let's fix the other rocket. What do you say your range is? 14 tiles. I mean, your food's gonna go stale right about the time you get back, and that's okay. You. Rover module. I thought it was weird that I could make them out of steel so easily. Wait, how come you can fit that? Oh. Can I swap you for a rover? You too tall. Too tall. What if I swap you for the small gas tank? No, make it all out of steel. Then can I... Oh, it just released it all. I thought I would get a bottle. Okay, so small gas tank is better. I know large gas tank holds infinite amount of gas, but let's do that. And then can I put the nose cone on top of this? Perfect! Holy crap, that's a lot of oxygen. Alright, don't mind my screw up. Let's send a rover module this time. And of course, I just realized all of my power wires are now in the wrong place. That one's fine because it came up and down the same side. Yeah, the rocket system still needs some work. Alright, and we have confirmed that it prioritizes the gas tank on the right over the gas tank on the left. So you want to swap out for a rover module. And since this one should be closer to being ready, let's do that. And these tanks hold 3 tons. Oh, wrong rocket. I was worried that that was my other rocket going off. But we can now fix this. That can now be beds. And of course they use the closest bathroom. research selected. Oh, you're going to do that annoying thing again, aren't you? Let's just make sure that all my research is actually done. So they didn't fix it. The atomic research did the same thing as this new material research is. Even though there's no research available to be done, it always says no research available. But that is easy enough to fix. Bing, bing. There. Now those are all off. I'm just going to uproot these so I'm not wasting resources on them. And then if I need to replant them, I will. Alright, once I get food in this rocket, I can launch this one to the ice planet. There's the food. Ren. Can't launch from here? That's annoying. Ah, hit the wrong button. I want to go into... And Ren's got 1,000 kilos, 600 kilos of oxygen. Should be plenty. And a range of 6. Very hot. I don't want another dupe right now. Alright, so Ren's on the way out, you're on the way back. Let's see what happens. My rocket should be just about back, but I saw a bunch of polluted water was down here, so I went and redid this, so it's now sending polluted water. And yeah, this system does work, but it does require a lot of interaction of just going back and forth and seeing what's being pumped. Where are my rockets? Got about another cycle left on the rocket time. Yeah, and that food is definitely going to go off. So that's kind of annoying that in a refrigerator, what is a rather normal rocket trip is longer than food can last. So very much need to focus on either a different design to store food in a rocket. I'm guessing the in a vacuum is going to be the best way of doing it. I'm just wondering how you get it in there. It's probably going to have to be some shipping rails. We'll try that in the next video. %. This rocket lands in 60 seconds. I guess that's fine. I mean, that's the exact right length, but somewhat annoying. And you're still delivering oxygen. Oh, that's the wrong platform. Whatever. So we want to swap to a rover module. The interior. We don't want anyone bringing in food, and we don't want anyone in here. We'll deliver food once that's done. Alright, that slow animation is annoying. Ice planet located. Is there anything my rover can build with? Let's start here. And I guess we're just leveling the planet because there is... I can't dig granite. I can dig igneous. Is there any way for me to get down there? Well, let's just level off the top of the planet. I'm going to have to send over a second rover anyway. So yeah, rover successfully landed. I think we will call that good. I'm going to be sending a few more rovers and I guess playing with what food goes bad. Because, yeah, that's a bit of a problem. Thank you all very much for watching. Research is done. We're on to rocket exploration. And Now food preservation, and that's back to water. Hope you all have a wonderful day. We'll see you in the next video.